Keto Peeps, it's Carolyn from All Day I Dream About Food. I don't know about you, but with everything going on in the world, I'm in need of some serious comfort food. I'm thinking a big bowl of keto chili or keto soup. And you know what goes really well with that? Cornbread. Now I think we all know that traditional cornbread isn't exactly keto friendly, but today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious skillet bread with keto ingredients that taste just like real cornbread. The first thing I want you to do is prep your skillet. I am using a 10-inch cast iron skillet. You don't have to use cast iron, but it does make for a delicious crusty exterior. I have my oven preheating already to 375, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter to the skillet. I'm just going to put it in the oven to melt while it warms up. And while that's warming in the oven, we're going to get going on the bread. We start with 3/4 cup of coconut flour. And we're going to add 1/2 cup of almond flour. It's this combination of the two flours that gives it a more cornmeal-like consistency. Now, cornbread tends to be a little sweet, and so we're going to add 1/4 cup of swerve sweetener. You can either use the granulated or the powdered, it doesn't really matter. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. This just helps it hold together a little better. You can skip it if you need to. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we'll just whisk those together. Break up any clumps in the coconut flour as you're doing this. Now this recipe takes a lot of eggs because we're working with coconut flour, so I'm adding 6 large eggs. And we're going to add 1/2 cup of melted butter. You want it melted but not hot so it doesn't cook your eggs. We'll break those up and stir it all together. Now personally, I find that coconut flour breads like this already taste a little like cornbread, but you can always amp up that flavor with a little cornbread extract, or I believe there's also corn flavoring. I have this one from 1-to-1 Flavors, and it's very concentrated, so you just really want to add a little. I'm going to add about 1/4 dropper's worth, and we can stir that in, and you can see that the bread is quite thick, so we're going to add a little water just to thin out the batter a little bit. I have about 1/2 cup of water here, but I'm going to start with 1/4 and see how it goes. Okay, I think it needs a little more water, but not too much. You really want it to be like a thick batter consistency. So this is where you can have a little fun with your keto cornbread and add in cheese, jalapeno, cooked sausage. Today I'm going to add some cooked and crumbled bacon. And because I have so many jalapenos growing in my garden this summer, I'm going to add in some chopped jalapeno. This cornbread is absolutely delicious on its own, but these add-ins can make it kind of fun and a little tastier. So our batter is looking perfect, and I'm going to grab the skillet out of the oven. Now remember, when you grab a hot skillet out of the oven, always put on an oven mitt. And you can see here that the butter is all nicely melted. And then I just take a pastry brush and I brush it around the skillet. Putting the batter into a hot skillet like this will make it start cooking instantly on the outside, and it'll brown really nicely. We can add our batter. And you want to spread it in the pan as evenly as possible. And now our keto cornbread is ready for the oven. Make sure you get your oven mitt on, and you want to let it bake for about 20 to 30 minutes until it's golden brown and firm to the touch. You guys ready to see this? I've taken the keto cornbread out of the oven. It's a beautiful golden brown. It smells amazing, and I can't wait to dig into it tonight. We're pairing it with some keto soup for a delicious comfort food meal. For this keto comfort food recipe and so many more, please check out alldayidreamaboutfood.com.